Hey y'all, welcome to another YellaWood DIY product demonstration. Today, we're gonna be building a railing bar top. This project is completely customizable to any railing size. It's removable. It's really gonna maximize your outdoor space. Now, for step-by-step instructions, go to YellaWood.com where you can download a complete build-out PDF. Also today, let's not forget our safety equipment. Ear protection, eye protection, mask, and gloves. You got our safety equipment, make sure you're ready to go before you get to cutting, but I wanted to run through this with you really quick. I went ahead and cut one of our 2x2s down to the size that we need for our railing. Our railing is 5.5 inches wide. I added 1/8 of an inch here so that we can easily slide our side pieces over the railing. It also makes it a lot more removable when you want to take it and put it somewhere else. So let's go ahead, make some cuts, and let's get rolling. All right, here we are with the 2x2s. We're gonna go ahead and cut the rest of these. I need 2 more. I'm gonna measure 5 5/8 to match the first 2 that I cut. Make our marks here. One thing I want to talk about is lumber selection. What you're looking for is the yellow tag. If you find this, you're in good shape, because remember, this is going to be going outside. We want to use pressure treated lumber. So we've got our lumber here. What we're going to do on our base plate is make it 1 foot shorter than our top pieces. So I've got 2 2x6s here that are 8 feet long. Now what we're going to do is measure from the end. We want to go 3 feet because our top is going to be 4 feet. And we want that overhang. It gives it a better look. All right, now these are our pieces that are going to be the sides of our base plate. They should be cut to the exact same length. And once again, they're going to be 1 foot total shorter than our top. Next step. We're going to get these cross members screwed into our side panels here. Make sure that the side that's facing out is the prettiest. We want to go about every 12 inches or so. If you've got a clamp, it makes it a lot easier to secure your work. There we go. We're ready to start adding our screws. We're using the YellaWood fasteners, the outdoor rated stuff, because this is going to be outside. Before I just go drilling my screw into the wood, first you want to put a pilot hole in there so that our screw doesn't act like a wedge and split out the wood. Now the wood's ready to receive the screw without splitting out the ends. So the next steps, I'm going to continue on down every 12 inches or so until we get to the final cross member right here. All right, we finished up our base plate. Now moving on to the top here. All right, next step. We're gonna pick our nicest face that we have, and we're gonna cut these down to 4 feet long, and that's gonna give us our overhang for the base plate. We are now finished with the top. We've got our pieces cut out, and we're now ready to move on to our 2x2 pieces that are gonna act like a lip going around the top. And I wanna give you a quick tip. There's a couple of ways that you can do this, but this way is going to make the project look a lot more professional. We don't want to see the end grain here on the back piece. Let's go ahead and take that measurement from this edge to this edge, and then we'll make our 2x2 that runs the length of the back. It's going to fit inside our outside edge pieces. All right, now we've got our 2x2s cut. Let's get all this put together. Now it's time to make sure that we get our top lined up properly on the base plate here. I want to make sure that our seam with our 2x6s is perfectly parallel with our base plate. The base plate is 1 foot shorter than the top, so let's try to get an even overhang on either side. In our case, that should be 6 inches. I want to go ahead and screw this piece down to the base plate. Once I see where the screws are on the top here, we can just go off of our screw. We'll know that we're going through a cross member. Let's make it easy on ourselves. I'd like to have 2 screws on either side of each board. This is really going to give us some extra rigidity on the project. So I want to measure my overhang, which in this case is 1 inch. So I'm going to come in 2 inches, drill for the pilot hole. Final steps. Let's go ahead and get our 2x2s attached here. We're going to put on our end pieces first. And if we have to make any final adjustments on our long piece, we can always cut off a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and add my fastener here. That way, before I secure this end, if I need to do some final tweaking, we can do that. All right, now it's time to put our last 2x2 piece on. Let's go ahead and make sure that we measured correctly. If you did, this is going to fit in here perfectly. Looks like we did a pretty good job. I'm going to put 4 screws, and that should be plenty. I'm going to put a pilot hole first here. I'm not going to do my pilot holes the whole way down. That way I can adjust as I go along. All right, guys, this completes our railing bar top build. Because this is pressure treated lumber, give it some time to dry before sanding and before adding the stain sealer. I recommend 100 grit sandpaper and also definitely the YellaWood protector sealer when you do go to stain and put the sealing on there. Thanks again for watching. Wanted to remind you, if you like this project, we've got this one and many others at YellaWood.com. Go there, we have a full download for all the plans. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks so much. See you again.